That's the start. What is happening? That's very funny. I think I'm gonna have to call my ISP again. No, you shut up. I don't need to listen to you. Let's see here. So we're starting off with a crash. So let's hope that we don't have any more of them, and that's the last one that we have. That seems likely. Okay, so I'm actually curious where OBS is pulling my viewer number from, because I don't think it's pulling it from Twitch directly. Because on Twitch it says that I have 2 viewers, which is probably both me, because I don't think anyone was expecting me to start up this early. Let's see. Can I see who's in chat? Let me check. Who's in here? I feel like there is a way to do that. I just want to see if it's recording me twice. But yeah, I don't know how to do that. I thought that there was a way to do that, but apparently not. Let's see. There probably is. I'm just not seeing it. And spears exist. We'll see. We'll see if we get any good spears here. We've certainly found plenty of spears so far. Huh. Alright, well, I'm not going to worry about it too much. I'm dicking around a little bit just because I want to give people a little bit more time to pop in than normal, because I'm starting so early. Well, that's fine. We have confirmation the chat works, and that is the important bit. Let's see here. I guess I have confirmation the chat works. Y'all don't have confirmation the chat works because I don't have chat on screen right now. But I should probably add chat to my just camera setup. But yep, chat works. Chat is a core and important component of the work that goes into this. Without chat, what are we even doing here? I mean, making videos is what we're doing. We're making long form Let's Plays if chat isn't here, which is something that I've also done and is also fun. But that's beside the point. It took me a while to find Might and Magic 8. Look, it's fine. So we are loading up our tests. We have done a couple of things. I also checked, and there's one thing that's very promising. So we are level 15, and we're eligible for 16. If I actually load back to... Wait, I can't load back to that. I checked using a YouTube video. Never mind. Suffice to say, when I finished Ravenshore last time, I was at level 14. And I had cleared the Snake Temple, I had cleared and all 3 dungeons in Ravenshore itself when I left Ravenshore. So we're higher level without having cleared any dungeons yet. I'm very excited for this. Now, there is a thing to bear in mind there, is that not all of that is just the +3 levels. A decent portion of that experience came off of the level 53 pirates who are sitting on top of the boats that I did not kill in my first playthrough. So do bear that in mind. There is an outlying factor there that gave me a pretty good amount of experience. But either way, we're gonna see how high we can get the enemy levels and how quickly we can do it. I'm very excited for it. So we cleared out the bosses here. This is a bad idea. You know what? I'm just gonna dive. No, I'm not. I just saw the ones in the back, and I'm like, maybe not. Maybe don't dive. Maybe fight them right here. Okay. Honestly, fewer of them are diving me than I expected. So we can take out a few of the fire dragonflies here. We don't have great healing capacity at the moment. We do have at least some regen, which is nice, but it's not very much. Alright, let's save it up. This is going to be fine. I think I'm going to basically just approach from the coast now. I think we can handle a pretty decent number of these at once. As long as we don't have to worry about the possibility of one of the bosses aggroing, I think we're only going to be in trouble if we get a fairly considerable number of enemies in play at once. That's a crafting item. We just got a crafting gem. That's pretty nice. Okay. So we're just basically going to pull these a little bit slowly. But I think we're doing pretty well so far. The overall durability of my party is pretty significant. The other thing that's going to be a little bit of a problem for us is we're going to have an issue where I just realized that I don't have GM Body ever available to me. And without GM Body, that means that I'm not going to be able to cure a disease that happens early, like at all. So we're going to have to wait until we get to Dragon Sand to cure the diseases that we are inevitably going to get in these early dungeons. I think that either in Maw or in Merge, I think it's a Maw change, but I could be wrong. They changed the rats to do poison instead of disease in the early game. Though it also could have just been a transition in like Might Magic 8 or something like that. But either way, some of them do disease. Some of these early game enemies do hit you with disease. And if we get tagged with disease, I'm not going to reload for that. So we are going to probably be diseased on the entire party for the bulk of the game. Because we don't have just like a couple of dungeons to do. We have every single early game dungeon to clear through, one after another. And we're not going to be able to get to Master, which is the first point where we can actually get Cure Disease, until we get the promotions done. And I don't know what the Paladin promotion requires doing, but whatever the Paladin promotion requires, it's going to be a long time before we can do it. I don't remember what the Might Magic 8 equivalent of Paladin promotion is. So we'll see how it goes. But my presumption is that the primary means by which I'm going to be getting my promotions done is Might Magic 8, because Might Magic 8 is smaller than the other worlds. So, and importantly, doing the first promotion quest is doing all of the promotion quests. Right? Like, once you've completed the first one, you've got the entire promotion completed. So, Might Magic 8 is probably going to be the... There's something that's still in aggro range when I'm over here. Okay, I need to check to make sure that one of these didn't get killed by this guard. Doesn't look like it. Alright, I'm gonna save. I don't know what happened there. I guess one of them just wandered closer. It's fine. So we're gonna continue on. We're gonna walk straight into a tree. That's what we're gonna do. And honestly, there's not that many of them left. I am going to dive in here. I want to see what happens. Honestly, they're pretty thin on the ground so far. And they can get into a position where they can hurt us. So it's possible to get overwhelmed here. Which we've seen. But it is also possible to use this place to shrink the size of the pack and just deal with a smaller portion of them at once. It's just, if you try to dive in there immediately, there's so many enemies from so many directions that some of them are going to be diving you en masse. So this is fairly simple. Where's it? Go. Okay, we're in the green. So we can go ahead and save the game. Mace. What time is it? It's 4 o'clock. I think we're gonna train before we go into the place, I think. Yeah, we're gonna go train because I'm fairly sure I've trained, and so I'm not gonna die outright, but I'm not completely sure. So we are gonna go train. Let's check out these.
The guild of the body welcomes you.
No, you don't. You don't welcome me. You just said I need to be a guild member to study here. I'm not welcome at all. You just told me that I'm unwelcome.
Training? That's the ticket.
Pretty explicitly. Oh, right. Are there only 2 guilds here? I think there are, right? Okay. Initiate Guild of
The guild
Spirit.
of the spirit welcomes you.
Wait, what? Is this the same shop? Is this coded as the same shop as the one in Ravenshore?
Welcome to the Air Guild.
I think it might be the same shop. That's so funny. Because it still has the book sold.
The guild of the body welcomes
It still has the book sold. That's very funny. Alright, so we didn't need to join these guilds yet. This initiate.
Welcome
Yes.
to the fire guild.
We have haste available, but I think we already have haste, so we don't need to worry about that. Alright, we're going to... Oh, those have respawned. Interesting. I'm not going to kill the respawns. Because,
I don't know.
that is not something that I want to do. We're going to go over here, grab this. We're going to go up here. Tag this. I forgot that the enemies respawn in a week. Oh, right. The other thing that I can do that I forgot to do.
Let's leave it behind.
The enemies, I believe, are going to be level 15. That's my presumption. And we're going to see if we can identify them with 7 identify. This is something that occurred to me off stream, but I didn't actually act on. Let's see. So, the answer is no. 7 skill is not sufficient to identify the dragonflies. We're going to need to get our identify monster skill
Very weak.
up to expert as soon as we can. I actually don't... It's the second Lich's crossbow I've found in this run. I'm fucking kidding. Okay. Imagine if I found that on the caster run. Okay, give me a second. I'm going to go grab my next set of soda. You gotta stay hydrated. Where the heck did the last one? God, that's so funny though. I can't believe that we just got another Lich's crossbow. Okay, so let's see here. The really funny thing is that if I was allowing myself to use bows, this would be really good for me. This says main hand only, but it still applies to bows, right? Does it not apply to bows? If it doesn't apply to bows, that is really rough. And it should be removed as a thing that bows can get. Because bows can't be equipped in your main hand. Let's see here. I presume that it just means not offhand. Right, so this is the person who has all of the gear that we were growing into, including this golden plate mail thought. We're going to check. This does not appear to increase my mana, interestingly enough. So we're just going to slap this on you. We now have 205 armor class, which is a little intense. We have golden plate armor on. We have anything else in this inventory that I can equip now? Poison and weakness immunity is nice. Right, we can equip this. Prevents damage from falling. We'll go ahead and slap that on you. And we have Arms Master on this, which is good. I'm going to have to think about who I'm going to put that on. It has endurance, might, and endurance. No Arms Master. One of the things that I'm going to have to do is Arms Master items are fairly rare. Like it's a pretty difficult affix to roll, I think. So I think, but it is not a third thing. So I could, in theory, roll Arms Master on a legendary. If I get like a low level at legendary, I could probably put Arms Master on it. And does everybody have Master Arms Master? You don't have Arms Master at all, but I think everybody else does, right? So I think if I get legendary gloves, you get GM. Ooh, shit. I think if I get legendary gloves, I might want to have the same legendary gloves on everyone, because Armsmaster can only roll on certain pieces of gear, and gloves are the only piece of gear that everyone can wear that can get it, I think. Maybe not. Can I get it on... I think I can get it on a belt as well. But regardless, I'm going to want to do that. So, we're doing the temple. We have protection from fire. We have... everything's set. I don't know how hard this is going to be. Oh, right. I don't have Wizard Eye. I think it's going to be easier than it was in my first playthrough, because these enemies are probably not going to be insta-gibbing me. Yeah. However, it's more dangerous in some ways, because if we get diseased, then that's trouble for us. I'd like to get it to the point where I can cast Jump. Are we gonna cast?
We could summon.
Are we gonna cast Wizard Eye? No, we're not gonna cast Wizard Eye. I'll get around to casting Wizard Eye when I start running into problems. But I'm liking the kind of unique experience of getting snuck up on. Got these. Oh, that's scary. Okay. I don't know. There's probably a lot more up here. I'm not as concerned about the spiders from behind me, because the spiders can only poison me, and even if the poison kills me, that's actually less bad than getting diseased, because getting diseased, that shit's permanent. If I get diseased, that's basically going to last the whole run.
Let's leave it behind.
So we definitely don't want to get disease. Let's go for these spiders next. I don't know how I'm going to pull them in a controlled fashion without... Okay, that's probably going to be fine. Oh, that's a lot more than I thought it was. And one of them's a Widowmaker. Don't Widowmake me! There we go. I thought I was in a different position than I was. Okay. We didn't get any poison procs. And we cleared out some portion of this. We should be fine. I should not be standing here. Do I have Cure Poison? I do not have Cure Poison. I could have picked it up, but I didn't. That's potentially going to be a very costly oversight. I don't know how effectively I can survive a poison effect from one of these, especially like a boss. So, not having the ability to cure it is a big problem. I don't know if that's all of the enemies over here. I might not need to clear all the enemies here in order to save by the entrance, but we're going to rotate around this. This is probably going to lead to enemies maybe behind me. This being the game where you can't turn around. Okay. That might be the whole pack. Looks like that's the whole pack. Perfect. Alright, we're going to go back toward the entrance and save there. I don't think I'm going to run into any disarm problems here, but we're going to check just to be sure. I don't like to open chests before I save. There we go. We do have the ability to save here. So we'll save under dungeon, and I have confirmed that I have my my final save saved in my last save slot, so we're all good there. I was looking for it. I was like, wait, did I save over my final save or something, or did I forget to do it? Like I thought that I did, and I didn't. No, I just had a difficult time finding it, even though it's the last thing. Okay, so they could come from either direction. I only saw two moving. Looks like we have more. I think that's a lightning rat. And I'm very content to wait for it to come to me. I'll just kite it back a little bit. Are those two both trapped? Nope, not permanently. Can I identify you? No. Okay. Oh, that was only one. I thought it was two. Okay. Oh shit. I was not paying attention. That is... Oh god, that's way too many. One of those is a boss. I just realized that I moved away from the place that I could have used. Oh, I'm probably dead. Oh, that's a Thorns enemy? Yeah, we did. So there's our first wipe. I badly misjudged that situation. Oh god, they're still aggroed. One thing that I actually like about the more limited saves is that one of the things that's kind of weird about the way the game works is that sometimes when you reload a save, enemies that you had aggroed stay aggroed through the save, even through like reloads of the zone. Like it's a weird element that I do not understand the source of, and it's something that you can actually exploit. It's oftentimes destructive. Like oftentimes it just ends up killing you. But sometimes it actually makes your life a lot easier because instead of having to like carefully pull a pack, the pack splits itself because half of the pack gets aggroed before you even aggro it. So this is a Thorns beastie. And I'm gonna try standing here. This is not gonna work. I don't know how I'm gonna kill this thing actually. Because I'm trying to remember. I don't know if I have a good answer for that. Enemy outside of the big chamber here? Are they not aggroed this time? Good. I don't want them aggroed. I don't know if I can scooch by here without aggroing them. I don't think I can. So, with that being the case, I need to check. So, the bats aren't that crazy right now. I'm not in as weak a position as I was before. The bats aren't going to be like one-shotting me or anything like that. So I think the strat here, because of the fact that that spider is a thorn spider, excuse me. Thought I was going to do a hiccup, but I did burp and a hiccup at the same time. The only real workable solution, I think, for this room is to basically like lock things down and but the key is that we do have to fight everything ourselves. We have to kill all of the things ourselves. So, with that being the case, that's poison, which is good. Because that also includes the swordsman, right? Like the swordsman, we are going to be killing eventually. And we need to figure... So that's the big issue, is that the places where I could... Actually, can I? I might be able to actually just use the entryway. Let's try just using the entryway. I'm not going to kill the waves of enemies that approach me here, because with the thorn spider there's no reason to. But I also... So those do poison right now. Those are poisoning me. So if I could get... No, there's a gap. There's a gap there. So I think they can just walk in there. We'll see though. I'm going to try getting behind those. We have not enough mana to cast jump. I'm not going to swap up my buff list yet because I don't think it makes much sense to right now. Is there a way for me to just jump from over here? I don't think so, is there? No, I don't think so. I would need the jump spell to be able to do that. I stopped, which means I'm dead. I think I might need jump for this to be able to realistically do this. So we are going to swap up our thing. We're removing Stone Skin, even though Stone Skin is very important for this. We are going to actually set your ready spell to jump.
Yes.
Temporarily. And we're basically just going to come over here. We're going to walk across, easy as it please. And fuck. I ran into an enemy. And then I didn't spam S like I should have.
Yes.
This shouldn't take too many attempts to get done, I don't think. The other thing that I could do is I could lure some out and then rotate them around. Wow. Are you fucking... You've got to be shitting me. Wait, why did it fail? Why did jump fail? These can't curse, can they? 1 second.
Jump.
This is definitely a Ruh-Roh Shaggy moment. That is very concerning that that spell failed. Okay. So, I can cast Jump. I don't know why it failed there, but that's okay.
Yes.
So we're rotating from here. Okay. So we're in the corner. We have to deal with the bats. We need to recast Stone Skin as well. And I think there's too many bats for us to handle right now in this pack. Right? Like, realistically, this is way too many bats. Even if we can get the rats locked in, I was thinking that there were fewer bats in that room than there are. So, I don't think there's any bats in the spider room. I might just have to start pulling the spider room really carefully, but... I'm not going to worry about the fact that these have aggroed. We'll just kill them and move on. Okay, there is a bat coming to us. Okay, we're not going to save the fact that we killed all these. It would be very useful to. Actually, I don't know how useful it would be. It's only one bat, so it's not going to really change the dynamic that much. The other thing I could do is I could make an attempt at just pulling them into the doorway. So rather than... I don't know how I'm pulling this many of these, but that's fine. Oh shit, I went in the wrong one. Oh god. Oh, this could be lethal. Oh, it's time to start streaming, huh? Having to stay for my action stuff, man. Yeah. I probably would have been fine if I had not gone the wrong direction there, or if after I went the wrong direction I had not panicked and had just used and like gone back to what I was originally planning, and instead went with a new strategy based off of the existing situation. It looks like we don't have at least as many aggro this time. So we're aggroing those fairly early. There's no shot that we're going to be able to fight them over here. And I immediately put myself in a corner that I can't get out of. That was very smart of me. Actually, you know, there is a possibility. I just need to be... I'm going to try this. I don't remember how well it worked. We're gonna aggro everything here, and we're gonna run behind this and get into this divot here. Because I think that it worked okay and cleared most of the pack away from me in the past. At least for some time. And this is a fairly slow build-up. So yeah, that one still had the Widowmaker still hasn't arrived. Okay, that'll slow things down by a considerable margin. We're not going to aggro the whole pack like that again, because that will not work. But we can try. That's the thorn. On the plus side, their actual pathing is really bad. So with their pathing being as bad as it is, I can probably get a decent bit accomplished. Alright, are we going to cast Wizard Eye so that I stop pulling this entire pack all at once? Pulling is patient. Patience is not my strong suit. I think I might want to just cast Blizzard Eye so that I can be a little bit more aggressive with my movements here. There we go. So we got something. Is it just the one? I'm not going to move because I want to be able to just rotate a little bit. Okay, we got at least one more. Okay, that's the entire pack at once, basically. So, interestingly enough, it does look like once I get... Try diving to this corner. I think I will try some corner strats here. I think that that's a thing that I'm going to try to do before I... Again, we have thorns on this thing, which is very, very difficult to deal with because I have to spend so much time healing. It's going to be able to survive through anything that I'm going to bring against it in one round. I need to be able to kill it slowly. Oh, there's a bad boss in this pack. Oh, that influences things in considerable ways. So the bats historically have been a problem with these corners. Do we have... We don't have Vampiric Weapon cast, which isn't going to make a huge difference, but will make some difference. Do I want... Given how much time I'm wasting on all of these like enemies assaulting me like this, I think I might actually just save the fact that I've killed these, because that was it's a huge pain in the ass to have to re-kill the enemies and then not be able to save the fact that I've done it, because I don't want to like exploit the fact that enemies aggro when they weren't supposed to. But I'm still dealing with the negative consequences of them having aggro. Do you know what I mean? It's eating up a lot of time. I think I will actually just save this. So that I don't want to though, because there's no way for me to pull those. Those pulls that I'm getting, that would be majorly weakening this room in a way that there's no way for me to replicate, because if I aggro those, I'm also aggroing the spiders. Like, I can't get two there without aggroing the spiders. So yeah, I think it might be too cheesy. Do we think it's too cheesy or just cheesy enough to save after having cleared a bunch of bats that I shouldn't have access to yet? Do I want that mechanic to slow me down but potentially get me easier pulls? I don't think I want to save that. It's given me an easier in here than I otherwise would have. Right? Like that was a lot of the bats. And the bats are the primary issue here.
I'm badly hurt. I'm badly hurt.
I can't hit this thing. I'm no longer getting attacked. So I have the ability to heal myself back up. The poison effects worn off, luckily. There we go. I'm going to heal myself back up a bit more before I... oh god. Before I seek out enemies to fight. The issue with this corner is that this corner has the possibility of some of the rats getting killed by the trap. I don't know if that's going to happen though. Okay. There aren't any other rats here, which is interesting. Oh my god. Everything... Basically everything seems to be trapped in weird locations. Can these hit me? Yes, something's hitting me. I don't think it's... The trap shouldn't be able to hit me. Oh, the trap can hit me from here? Shit. I thought if I was... I thought if I was in that corner, I couldn't get hit by the trap. I thought that as long as I was not in the middle of the room. So, in order to... I don't know what's going to happen if I go deep into this space, though. This is an interesting situation. Okay, I think we're going to try to just do this. We got too close there. Okay, we got another one down. Once we can clear out this initial bit here, which we've just done actually, we have... Oh, the boss is here. Interesting.
That wasn't so bad.
I am going to pull back. Okay. So we're going to basically just heal ourselves up. I'm also curious. Heal costs 4 mana. I actually have so much mana regen. I have 4 spell regen per second. I think I might want to tag my Ascension up to 2. Oh, spells can only be ascended 5 times. That's interesting. I didn't realize that there was a limit there. So let's see. 27. That's not a huge upgrade. How much extra mana does it cost? 8? I think it's 8 instead of what, 6? That's probably fine. It's important to remember that rat can take down Ulrin. So if I let other people get unconscious, especially if I let them get low, there is a sizable risk that the rat... There's like one lightning rat that's just shooting me periodically. And there's a sizable risk that that thing just tags Ulrin, and I start having a really hard time. Okay. That's not how I should cast. I'm gonna start more precisely directing my healing. Oops, that's not 2. Oh, shit! Okay, we got the kill. It's a good thing that wasn't the Thorns enemy. Holy shit. I don't know how that got in. Okay, the Thorns enemy is almost dead. I think... There we go. We've cleared the boss. We're still at risk of this entire pack aggroing at once. And obliterating us. What's going to happen the second these things... come to their senses is they're all going to start attacking basically all at the same time. I don't have a great location to fight them in right here. This spot doesn't re-aggro him. This does. We need to get into a corner immediately because we need to be able to move around. It looks like we're okay here. We didn't aggro the whole group. I was honestly expecting them all to peel off the second that any of them peeled off, but it's okay for now. If I go over here, one of them peels off. Some of them peel off, more than one. Now the question is, can I fight them here? Monsters are weakened and can no longer resurrect. So I have the ability to leave and reset all these if I want, but I don't actually want to because that's going to make my life harder, not easier. I believe these can only get their status effect if they... if they hit me with a melee attack. I don't think they can do it off of a ranged attack. I'm wondering if I should actually just pop out now. This pack that I have is only like 5 fairly weak enemies, so I could just leave and save the game. And I'm wondering if I should do that rather than try to pick a fight with them and risk losing. I think that's what I'm going to do. We're just going to run. We're not even going to look back. I don't even care if they're following me or not. Okay. I care a little bit if they're following me. I might actually just want to clear these. Because now I have a very good bit of mini kite I can do. There we go. We're in the green. Okay, we're going to... you know what? We're not going to pop out of the dungeon. We're just going to save right here. We've now cleared out the Thorns enemy. And I don't know how feasible that would have been if not for the weird save glitch. But that save glitch consumes so much time on each attempt that I don't think it's necessarily worth I don't think it's worth worrying about. What's reasonable to complete changes massively if the amount of time it takes to do an attempt is 2 or 3 times as long. And so I'm not super concerned about the fact that we got a smaller pack to deal with, even though that's obviously pretty helpful to us. As long as I'm not like saving the easier version, and also I only have to like clear the the bugged enemies once, and then I benefit for 100 attempts. As long as I'm not doing that, I'm not that concerned about it. There might be situations where I'm not concerned about it, even when it's a little bit more silly than that, but let's see. We're currently eligible for 17. I'm actually going to just stay right here because I don't want the guards doing anything to them. I think these can only poison.
No match for me.
So I'm not super concerned about them. Okay. Easy peasy. Kind of cheesy. We're now in the green. And we can pick up the tile. And we pop over here. We still have enough for one more save. So I'm going to loot everything in here. And then I'm going to save, and then we'll talk to...
We could sell it.
Ooh! 15 speed and accuracy is pretty nice.
We could sell it.
Let's see here.
Now here's something.
Okay, that's something to sell. Selling stuff should go to the monk.
We could sell it.
There's no room.
Can do that.
Very weak. Very weak.
And I need to make sure that before we leave Emerald Island, I am
Now here's something.
There's no room.
getting this stuff done.
How?
There's a legendary chain! Oh, shit! We just got our first legendary, folks. That is pretty good. Not gonna lie. That is pretty solid. It gives us of the gods, which is great. And it has luck and intellect. Intellect is fine.
I can't fit anymore.
We'll want to rework that eventually. But this is pretty huge. So this piece of gear is something that we have an Ascension Emerald, right? We might as well just use the Ascension Emerald on this, I think. But we won't do it quite yet. First, we are going to loot the rest of this stuff.
Now this will do.
Disarm skill plus 4. That's pretty solid. It's not going to have a huge impact on our life. But in general, that's a pretty solid pickup. It won't have a huge impact on us because... oh, never mind. We don't have mastery. But yeah, we're going to be very high level. The thing is that we're going to be getting very, very crazy amounts of experience. So good times will be had by all. Right, are we ready for Sal?
I don't know.
Let's try to fight Sal just like legit, basically.
How are you?
I'm gonna go ahead and keep my hat. And the aggro here. I'm gonna get in this corner, which okay. The power beds can tell you. Alright. So we took out Sal. We're at 99%. Did we get the dungeon complete message? Oh, there's I forgot there's 2 of them in the other room. I thought there was only 1 in the other room. Okay. So, mission successful. We've completed this dungeon. This is our first dungeon completion of the game. Do we need to do anything else in the other room? I don't believe so. And we are now almost eligible for level 18. Not too shabby. We've picked up our first legendary. It's Chain, which is a very solid pickup. We even have a Scouring Pearl already. So we can use the Scouring Pearl on that whenever we get the opportunity to. And in addition, that pickup is going to help us with the durability on the characters that's keeping preservation up. Like, it's very important to maintain durability on Olrin. So I actually am going to have to go AFK for a second, unfortunately, as we approach the normal stream start time. But we will return shortly. Once we return, we're going to clear out the dragon room. And once we've got the dragon thing done, we can just go to Harmondale. We can get a bunch of skills up to expert and get a bunch of stuff done. So we're going to do this, and I'm just going to be right back. Sorry about that. What am I saying sorry about that for?
Greetings, mortals, and welcome back.
It's 9:01. We're a minute late. Stream just started. Clearly. Let's see here. So what do we want to do now? I think that Ascension 2 was a good pickup, though if I ever swap out my... Because I have a lot of like pure spell point gear. If I ever swap my gear to not have as much spell points, that might cause issues for me. It's 4 a.m. It's actually almost time to train, which is good, because this next section isn't going to take very much time at all. I think we're good. We're golden. So I think I remember where to go. It was this. It's this, right? This little alcove. Did that thing just peg me? It just pegged me. It just pegged me for 3,000 damage. No fucking shot. Okay. Can I kill? I can't hit this from here. Can I move slightly forward and hit it? I can't. So... I'm not going to be able to regen back to consciousness, but I actually don't need to, technically. So all I need is to kill all of the I need to kill it before all of the ads die, which seems unlikely. Seems unlikely at this particular moment. I think I'm going to leave this as an exception for needing to kill every enemy, because it's going to make my life way too miserable to try and do that, I think. Oops. Yeah, the issue is I can't consistently hit Morkarak from this position. I'm gonna actually see. If I kill all of these, my assumption is that you're gonna start pounding into me. Eventually. But it is theoretically possible that whatever weird shenanigans are going on with this corner will prevent it from attacking as well. In which case, we'll have this done. It's also possible that one of the rats is in a position that it can't hit. So we'll just have to see. It doesn't matter that one of our characters is as low as they are, because being unconscious doesn't prevent getting experience now. So as long as that's the case, we should be okay. So let's take a look at our EXP. We have 15, so we have 152k basically. So the goal here is to identify how much experience we're going to have. So 152. I'm going to write that down. Where is my phone? I didn't bring my phone back to the desk with me. Whoops. Okay, we are going to put this on double speed. It seems to me that it's not able to hit whatever it's shooting. So if it's not able to hit whatever it's shooting, because otherwise it would have done something by now. So if it can't hit whatever it's shooting, in theory, this should be a shoo-in. 152. I also don't have a pen. I have stuff I could write on in front of me, but I don't have anything to write with. Oh, I also have my Dragon Claw ring. I'm going to go ahead and put that on, because I think that that is appropriate. While I was out of the country, my wife got me a nice ring that I really like. But my fingers aren't used to wearing jewelry anymore. I used to wear rings in my early 20s. But I haven't really worn any jewelry in a long time. So I have to like periodically take it off, and I have ADHD. Speaking of ADHD, maybe I should take my meds today. Maybe that's the thing I should do while we're fighting Warhawk. Nailed it. So we're going to clear Morkarak, and once we've cleared Morkarak, we will... Can you imagine trying to do this on Doom with this being like level 112 or whatever ridiculous level it is right now? Using the melee kiting strategy? I think I would die. Like, my hands would get so exhausted that they might fall off. Because you can dodge these attacks in melee range, even on this. You couldn't on Skills Emphasis mod. Skills Emphasis mod, the tracking was way too extreme. But I'm pretty sure that you can consistently do it on this. I think when I fought Morkarak on my previous playthrough, or at least on one of my playthroughs, it would have had to have just been the previous playthrough because there's only the one on this. I checked, and I could, in fact, dodge all of the attacks. It was just that there were the rats to deal with. But we're going to be able to clear out the dragon here. I'm not going to worry about the fact that it probably killed several of those rats. I know that I killed several of them myself. So I don't actually know how much experience we lost to the dragon killing somebody, but we're clearing a very ridiculously overleveled area at the very beginning. I'm not going to worry about it. It's fine. I was also thinking about, which I don't know, I could do it because I could just leave the zone to save once I have the zone cleared. I was thinking about just saving and reloading until I get the Scholar's Cap off of this, like I did for the Save the Queen run. But I eventually came to the realization that, can you imagine if the rat got the last hit? How funny would that be if the rat got the last hit on Morkarak? I don't think it's attacking right now, but it would be very funny. We're getting there. Slowly but surely. Yeah, if Morkarak was Morkarak of Thorns, yeah, that would be pretty bad. That it would require getting enough food that I could save right here, or just the question would basically be if I could leave my computer on for long enough to, without having any problems arise, for me to spend the 3 weeks it would take to actually clear it. It wouldn't take 3 weeks. It would take a while, though. It would be a long time. You know what's funny? We're actually just with pure base regen, getting pretty dang close to coming back into consciousness before Morkarak goes down. From a negative 3,000 hit. Which honestly isn't that bad. A lot of damage getting mitigated by that fire resistance shrine outside. I think Sortira has like 70% fire resistance or something like that, which is pretty high for the very beginning of the game. Doesn't make a huge difference against something like Morkarak, but it's pretty big. There we go. Morkarak is down. Rat is down. Dungeon completed. Okay, Morkarak dropped nothing of value. We can undo this. So it was 182, is that correct? So we went from 182 to 186. Or was it... It wasn't 152, right? It was 182. I think it was 182. So that's 4,000 experience for each party member. You know, not too shabby.
Very weak.
Okay, we have a high level requirement held that isn't actually very good. Armor.
Very weak.
Alright.
Very weak.
We have a longbow here. And a journal fragment. We have the contestant's shield. And I believe we're done in here. Just in time for Sortira to wake up. Sortira's chest is broken, and we aren't going to be able to repair that. This is definitely not repairable right now. So, let's go ahead and buy our seashells.
How are you?
We're going to need to buy a loot. We're going to do the turn-in with this person up here. We need to give them like a blue potion, and they'll give us a red potion or something like that.
Shall we mix it?
Whatever type of potion we need.
Greetings and salutations. I can't fit anymore.
There we go.
How are you today?
Brigands. So, we can basically turn in everything now. It's 1 o'clock, so we have plenty of time to do all of our turn-ins. We're going to go grab our loot. I also need to go pick up Thinger.
Hello.
There's no room.
I can't fit anymore.
Do I have any of these in here? Yes.
Shall we mix another?
Okay. I don't think any of these other things are necessary. I have 2 wealthy hats here. We have another seashell, have the tile. What is this? Wait, what? When did I pick up a power stone? Oh, this is for the thing. Holy shit! When did we pick this up? I'll go ahead and equip that. For right now. That's pretty dang useful.
Now this will do.
This is a swift
I can't fit
thing
anymore.
with body resistance, which I do not need, but it has a lot of damage on it.
I can't fit anymore.
And a lot of AC. Let's go ahead and equip this.
We could sell it.
So we made some good progress there. We got the loot. What else do we need? Can I play the loot? I can't, right? I'm not cool enough to play the loot, I don't think. Oh, you can play the loot. Is there any way to get out of here without using the loot?
Need some training?
How can I get another loot? God, what a troll thing for them to do.
Need some training?
All right, we are going to. Do I want to train right now? I think I'm going to turn in the quests first and then train, so that I spend less time doing it.
His Grace, Lord Markham, Duke of the
So
Western
missing
Lowlands.
contestants. I definitely had more than that. Where's the hats? There's the hats. There's the
His
tile.
Grace, Lord Markham, Duke of the Western Lowlands.
Alright, what else do I need? The longbow, probably. Do I have the longbow in one of my inventories? There's the
His
longbows.
Grace, Lord Markham, Duke of the Western Lowlands.
Okay, so we're now the winner of the contest.
Lord Markham, Duke of the Western
Okay.
Lowlands.
So, we are eligible for 23. How's our bolster looking? Bolster level in Might and Magic 6 is now 12. It has jumped by a considerable margin. And that is pretty cool. Do we level here, or do we go to Harmondale to level? I think I'm not going to level yet, because it's going to take a long time to clear the exterior of Harmondale. There aren't any quests to complete, and I don't know how easily I'm going to get a single thing done, honestly, to get a single level. So let's go check. I'm pretty sure that I can't use the luck thing, but I might be able to. I think the luck thing requires that your luck be below 15 to use, but it might have been changed for merge. It has not been changed for merge. There's no way anybody has less than 15 luck. So, our luck is pretty high. We're pretty lucky. Anything else that we need to do on Emerald Island? I don't think so. I think we're pretty much set. I'm going to go ahead and save this. I'm going to save this under Emerald done. Pretty happy with how this has gone. We can pop over here
Welcome aboard!
and
Congratulations, my friend.
get to Harmondale. And getting to Harmondale weakened us, so I'm actually very glad that, because it doesn't treat it like going on a boat, I
Need some
guess.
training?
So, given that we're already weak,
That's the ticket. That's the ticket. That's the ticket. That's the ticket. That's the ticket.
you know,
That's
it
the
also
ticket.
didn't occur to
That's the
me
ticket.
that
That's the ticket.
the die of sleep deprivation before you kill a thing was probably referencing the characters who will in fact die of sleep deprivation before you would have killed a Thorns enemy. Now that I think about it. Okay, we have 2 horseshoes here. Is it a Sunday? It is a Monday. Does that mean it was Sunday? I'm gonna check this autosave.
Welcome.
Before I trained, was it Sunday? No. Okay. So, we have 65 skill points. that we can play with right now. We can check the places around here to identify which places we can get what. This is expert staff. LC is in Bricata. We're not getting there anytime soon. And leather expert is a thing we can pick up right now. You should pick up leather expert, because there's no way that you're going to stick to dodging exclusively for any length of time. Okay. And we need master dodge. We don't need master leather. So this is the identify item person. This is repair. Do I want my repair to be brought up to an appropriate level? Maybe. We're going to see what things we have, but I might actually just pump repair to 10 because I'm going to need it eventually. So fire can't be learned by any of these classes. It says it can't be learned by ranger. Let's see. Expert dodging. Let's go. Where's Oberick? Heavenborn? Ha, not happening. Okay, we need to get expert unarmed. It's not critically important that we do it right now, but I want to get it done right now just in case I run into a situation where it becomes relevant. It's not going to be anywhere near enough to be worth it at the moment, but it will be once we get the ability to do the thing. So we still have 40 skill points on you. I'm going to save the game. We're going to do the on the house thing. Alright, I can't do Archimage in this world. We can pick up... Ooh. Okay. Fine. I forgot that if I get too close to the edge of town, I actually get into range of the thingers already. So, we're going to need to do some inventory maintenance. And that's something I can work on. Fire Guild, Air Guild. We already have membership to those two guilds. So this is the Adept Guild of Body, which we haven't been to.
The body welcomes you.
Regen. Hammer Hands. Let's see. So this is a fairly considerable amount of mana to reserve, but not that crazy. I'm not sure if I'm going to want to pick that up.
Welcome to the Air Guild.
Jump, shield. We already have shield. I don't think we need to worry about the Air Guild. And Water Guild, I don't think we have access to
Welcome
yet.
to the Water Guild.
You know, you say welcome, but you don't mean welcome. You mean get the hell out of here. Okay, where are you?
Too easy for me.
Bounty on a giant spider. Fortunately, I already killed the giant spiders. So, pop over here, GM Bow. We have a contest up here. Expert Spirit is something we already have. Okay, we're already a member of the Spirit Guild. Body Guild. Okay. We have Expert Body. Let's go up here. And the other thing that we need is we actually need to trigger the fires thing. Master Disarm Trap is available right here. We're picking up Master Disarm Trap right now. Boom. So we're done with Disarm Trap for now. For quite a while. It's going to take a long time before that becomes too much. We have GM Water here, which we will never need. And we have the teleporters here. Let's see here. I think we are going to... We need to talk to Hairbow. To talk about the beacon fires. And then we can light the beacons. That should be fairly simple to do. And because we want to clear all of that before we leave here. And so we'll definitely want to get the beacon fires set up so that when we train, the beacon fire is already lit. So we've set that up. The first beacon is going to be right over here. And we can climb up this hill. And here somewhere. So there's the first beacon fire. The next one is going to be over the south somewhere. And then the last one is on the east side. Alright. So for now, we're going to just jump back down here. We're going to save it up. I am going to try to save all of my guards. Party expert. What do you have to say about rebellions? A couple of big ones. Most of the time, lords don't last long enough to rebel against. Okay, don't have any of those things. Okay, Mind Guild membership. Perfect. Expert Axe. I forgot we get Expert Axe here. That is great. So we are going to invest the points to get Expert Axe. So we can dual wield axes now, right? Expert Perception, which I forgot to get before. GM, identify monster. You can learn. Wait, who is identify monster? You do, right? Yeah, you can get it. It's lying to me. All right. Let's see. So we also leveled up, which means that we have. God damn it! I should have leveled up after I did the beacon fires, but it's fine. It's not a big deal. We leveled up. We have access to a shit ton of gear now, actually. I'm going to try... Now that I've checked the stuff that's here, I think I'm going to pop... Was there a mind person here? It's body... Spirit, but I don't think there's actually a mind person here. But, interesting. So yeah, we will ignore that for now. Do we want to pick up Enlightenment 6? Potentially.
Don't look at me. I can't repair it. I can't repair it. I fixed it.
Expert 10 is enough to get it, and Expert 10 is what we want because we have Grand Mastery available at 10. Let's go. Okay. So, we've repaired this. And do we want to pick up Enlightenment? We can't get Enlightenment up to where we need it to be, I don't think. We need it to be 6, allegedly. Enlightenment would require a couple more skill points. We could use the horseshoes to do it. I actually don't have the buffs to take advantage of it yet. Did I check to see if I could pick up preservation? I don't think I did. We actually have a lot of mana to play with. We have 62% of our mana bar. Excuse me. It's also going to be a long time before we get access to the thinger. Okay, so this is available now. Is it better? It's a slight vitality increase over what we have. And we have these boots, which I think... Ooh, we have these crazy good boots. I'm going to give these to you for now. We're going to give these to somebody. All right, you have a shit ton. I'm going to go ahead and give these to Komoniton. And we're going to give these to you. And you have endurance and might have endurance. So this is a slight upgrade, I believe. It's not a huge upgrade, but it is a slight upgrade. We have boots with int and luck on them. Arms master. Okay. Speed and accuracy. We don't need body resistance. This is the only character who can benefit from body resistance, who is a who can use a helmet. So we actually are just not going to worry about whipping that on them. So do we want speed and accuracy on either of these characters over what they currently have? I don't think so. I think I'll hold on to what you've got. Okay, so we have Awaken available. We have Torchlight.
It's beyond me.
That'll be useful.
And she can learn spells, but she can't...
I can't use that.
She can't use them. Cure Weakness.
Can't wait to cast it.
Firebolt.
That'll be useful.
So, we need to get back to town. Ooh, I don't know if we can get back to town fast enough, y'all. Ooh, we're kind of close. I'm not going to worry about it. We're not going to be able to sell all of our stuff, so I'm just not going to worry about it. We'll deal with the selling once we finish. Not once we finish, but once we get to the morning. So, with that being the case, I'm just going to go ahead and take a look at what I have. I have a bunch of random bullshit. We have that one artifact. We have poison and weakness immunity that we can equip now. Speed and personality. Poison immunity is going to be very useful in the near future. I'm going to go ahead and slap these crafting topazes over here. They have a max power of 30. Unfortunately, the luck is not really a thing that I want to be investing into here. And do I want to invest my power crystal, my Ascension Emerald, into that chest piece right now, or do I want to wait? I think it makes sense to just invest this now. We're going to get to the top of the hill. We're going to save. It's going to be a little bit before we are able to get our stuff in order. But I think that where's power crystal? It's over here. I think that upgrading this is going to be very worthwhile. I also forgot one of the things that I need. We took that to what, from like 26, I think? That's a fairly decent upgrade. The other thing is that we actually have Expert Axe, which means I believe we can dual wield two-handed axes now. So where are my other axes at? I haven't sold a bunch of axes, have I? I have this axe, which is an unenchanted axe. It's a one-hander, but it's a pretty sizable boost regardless. This is an enchanted axe that would give a pretty sizable boost to whoever equips it. So that's a pretty big boost. Do we have any two-handers to slap on? The Are spears is the can hold in one hand a holdover from the original description, or is it supposed to only be holdable in one hand at mastery? Does anyone know in Maw whether I'm supposed to be able to one-hand them? Because in theory, I hate to say this because this is a nerf to me, but in theory, if I'm supposed to have mastery in order to get access to dual wielding while I have a spear equipped, I don't know that the Minotaur ability should necessarily override the spear effect, if that makes any sense. Like dual wielding, like the two-handed, I guess maybe there's an argument for it. There's an argument for the idea of they can just use any two-handed weapon in one hand, which might be fun actually, to just have it be any two-hander, not just axes. Can they use a two-handed sword and a two-handed axe? I don't have the sword skill to check with, but all right, let's see. We have int and a shit ton of HP. And int isn't a super valuable stat for you, but it's also not a super valuable stat for basically anybody. So this gives accuracy and int. There's no shot that I'm going to want to equip it over that. Okay, so this is something that we can just sell now. Perfect. So, what else do we have available right now? We have this available. This is a fairly significant upgrade.
No use to me.
And I think we're dealing with the same thing that we had with... Yep. We're dealing with the same issue that you run into with the thingamabobbers. So my guess would be that you're not supposed to be able to do it, but also unclear, because I'm not sure. I basically have to ask a developer for like what the intended behavior there is. Let's see. We have a great sword of water resistance here, which is pretty good. I'm curious if it's as good. Do we have a dagger that we didn't have access to before? We also have +4 disarm skill here, which I don't think... Yeah, we don't have an actual amulet to use, so might as well. Any other shit that I can equip right now? I don't think I have too much else of interest in my inventory, so we're going to just move on for now.
Now this will
That is huge. 31 might and personality is a very crazy item. I think I'm going to put it on you.
this is perfect.
This is a shit ton of int and personality. But it also has might and luck on it.
Ooh,
And, ooh,
we don't need this.
this is a top tier chest.
I can't carry carry anymore.
So this chest that doesn't give us very much, we're swapping it out immediately. This gives us endurance and mind resistance, which is useless, but that's fine. We have a sword that is kind of useless. Do I want to equip this even though the int and personality is useless for you? I think I might. We're gonna swap around some of our gear. We're gonna just equip this on you for now, because that's gonna give us a pretty beefy upgrade to our casting stats, and we'll take a look and see if there's anything else that we can give the rogue for DPS gear. This is a Serpent Staff of Lightning. This is a 58 HP upgrade, and it has of lightning on it, so it gives us a really big electrical damage boost. Let's go.
Won't fit.
And now this chest is so crazy.
My pack's
This is a clutch chest. Oh man, that's good. So gear is starting to get out of control. We have 300 max HP on you now, so we have 3.4 regen. Not too shabby. And we have what else to do here? Okay, we have might and personality on you. Let's go ahead and figure out what we're going to replace. +2 intellect on a very sellable item. Let's do that. Give you this. I think that's a reasonable play. Unfortunately, we have a lot of like might gear on characters who... We have a lot of might gear that's tied to either intellect or personality. So this is might, intellect, and personality. This is might, intellect, and personality. And let's see. This is might and accuracy alone. This is the only character that benefits from body resistance, but this is a fairly big DPS upgrade. I'm gonna just do it. We're gonna do it. I think that makes sense. We're getting a way more durability into Sortira that way, which is not necessarily optimal. I'm not necessarily trying to optimize for that right now. But, because Sortira is not the preservation caster yet. Actually, Sortira may never be the preservation caster. My assumption is that I'm going to pick up preservation and have Sortira be the preservation caster in the near future. And then we will transition over to Comoniton once Comoniton gets access to their promotion. That's going to be a long time from now. We're not getting that promotion for a very long time. And we'll just have to see how things go. This I can actually identify. Oh, that's interesting. I have to be on you for some reason. Huh, why is that? I might have just had the wrong person targeted. I thought Identify Monster was any character, right? There might be something going wrong with the way that Identify Monster is being calculated. Let's see. So we have a bunch of skills that we can put points into. And I'm wondering where I want to put them. You have Perception Expert. I think... Honestly, it's kind of tempting to actually put a bunch of points into this, just to allow us to... I don't have that spell on you, right? To just compare. Because unfortunately the text for it on the Death Knight is using the wrong text. I don't know how big of a difference it'll make if I put a bunch of points into this. And it does reduce physical damage taken, which is very nice, especially since we have a bunch of thingers that we're fighting right now. But I think Wait, was there an Axe Master in Ravenshore? I think the Axe Master might have been in Ravenshore. I might be able to get up to Mastery as soon as I finish Harmondale. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just start up my normal sequence of nonsense where I just pump all of my skills to be similar in level. I'm going to do the spells first because I can get 2 of them rather than 1. And that will give us a little bit of a boost to have the expert's axe and Thinger done. We can, and we don't have any 2-handed axes, right? We don't seem to have any 2-handed axes. So we are stuck with one-handers for now, which is too bad, but not that big a deal. And yeah, this is a great sword. Wait, you have sword skill, right? I can check it on you.
It won't fit. Sorry.
Okay. I believe, based off of this behavior, it is my unfortunate belief... Oh, wait, actually... Was I just I might have just been misclicking.
It won't fit.
No, I don't think so. I don't think I'm misclicking. It is my belief, based off of this behavior, that I should not be able to dual wield this axe. Do I stop dual wielding that axe because I don't think I should be able to? I think I do. I think I'm going to take this axe off. I think that's a bug. I don't think I should be able to do that. So we're going to need to figure out which of these we want to equip. I think I want to equip this one. It does a little bit more damage, and more importantly, I can cast that. So we now have Vampiric Weapon on one of our weapons. I don't think we can cast it on anything else. That seems to be accurate. And we can save. You know, it's very sad having some principles sometimes, you know? I don't have a lot of principles, and I don't have them often, but... Actually, that's not true. I have a lot of random principles all the time. I just also don't have a bunch of other principles that you'd expect me to. Okay. Okay. I'm actually going to I'm going to file a bug report before I continue, because otherwise I'm going to forget to do it. Okay. Whoop. Okay, sorry about that. I shouldn't have worked on the wording of that as long as I did. I take a long time to write basically anything. I am overly wordy. Okay, so I'm actually curious how strong I am right now relative to these enemies. So these are level 22, level 18. So what are the lowest tier goblins? Are there any? Okay, there's no low tier goblins in this whole pack. That's pretty funny. It's just a mix of high tier ones. I'm actually just going to pull these to the bridge. I'm going to pull all of these to the bridge. I'm not going to worry about separating them. My assumption... Okay, I'm just going to pull 2 of them to the bridge. That's fine also. But yeah, we're actually very strong now. Even relative to the fact that these are way higher level than they normally would be. I'm actually curious if... and there's a mixture of factors there. Part of that is that I think that this party is fairly strong to begin with. I have a pretty good setup. In the previous playthrough, I had made several mistakes with my fundamental startup. I was looking at my VODs, and the starting areas of that run were so cursed. That run looks so cursed on like every level. Not in the sense of like I got bad luck, but in the sense of like I made so many mistakes. I was like looking at like I don't have expert identify. I don't have like anything. Like I did nothing at an appropriate time. And part of that is that I have way more experience to play with in this. I was way lower level when I got to Ravenshore than I was this time. So that's, a component. But I also I did not prioritize the right things, right? Like identify items very important. I didn't prioritize it correctly. I didn't know like what skills, which characters were going to need to emphasize when I started up. There were a lot of mistakes that I made in the fundamental way that I built that party. So, whereas this party is immediately starting off feeling pretty strong. I feel like I could probably fight this thing. Right? Like, I think I can fight a regenerated goblin. Why not? Can I fight it alongside a bunch of other goblins? Probably not, but maybe. Just clear out the rest of the goblins, then clear it out, maybe? It depends on how hard it hits, right? But, like, these things don't seem like they're hitting so hard that, like, they're going to overwhelm me. I have preservation. I have so much. Like, this opening has gone so much better than my previous opening. And again, I don't know how much of that is the opening itself and how much of that is the pathing, right? Like how much of it is the pathing and how much of it is me making better decisions in my build and stuff like that. Not clear, right? I'm actually not going to I was going to say I'm not going to heal them, and then they regened back up to, like, 1 hit point. There's also elements of, like, obviously, under normal circumstances, if the person's unconscious. Like, the previous run, when someone's unconscious, I would have to reload for that because I killed the thing while someone was unconscious. That really slowed down a lot of things. I don't know what I found.
This will do.
Recurve bow. Mace. Do I have all of my unenchanted items? Vampiric. I think it's just the one, so yes. Okay. Clear you out. Clear you out. We're in the green. This one's still approaching us, though. I'm going to go ahead and just dive this one. This is going to be so much simpler than when we came here at high level. This is actually going to be pretty chill, I think. I'm not going to dive into an entire pack of enemies like that, but I am actually tempted to, just to see what happens, honestly. But that pack there is too big for me to dive them, I think. So I'll let them come to me, and we can work them down. I should probably fixate on one target, and you're at negative 59. Whoops. If I can get some more endurance on Ulrin... Wait, negative 59 shouldn't have killed me. Is your endurance tied to your thing? Yeah. I just barely died because this is not hardened. I need to get alchemy. I think I just need expert, right? Is expert all I need? Normal alchemy will let me make... Yeah, complex potions should be expert, I think. So if I can harden this chest, that will preserve that, and then I won't have to worry about insta-giving as much anymore. Oh, that's a boss.
Never seen one before.
Right, this is an adamantite goblin lord. We're not going to try to reset this fight entirely. What we're going to do is we're just going to jump down here, and we will pick them off as they come. I think that this might slow their approach enough. There's two bosses in this pack, one of which is regenerating. There's 3 bosses in this pack. Oh my god. Oh shit. Okay. We're going to go up here so we can take a look at which enemies are at the top here. That was intense. Because I think there's some enemies that are on the top here, right? By the chest. I guess there might not be, but... I figured that was where the enemies came from. I might be wrong, though. I guess they came from just, like, a different part of the passage. That was so funny, though. There were so fucking many. So this little passage that I thought would be a nice starting point for us to get prepped for the more challenging battles around Harmondale itself is actually going to be probably the hardest part here. That's not true. It's not going to be the hardest part. It's going to be the most dangerous part to me. If I want to keep the NPC guards alive, though, it's going to be fairly difficult to do so because I can't just walk into Harmondale Castle to reset the enemies. I could hypothetically allow myself to reset the enemies with the oh shit, jumped right on top of me. I could allow myself to reset the enemies with Ravenshore, but I don't think I'm going to do that. We are probably boned here because we have an adamantite that's beating on us while we have, I think, a venomous behind it. No, this is the regenerator. Okay. So... I need to figure out... It's definitely an issue needing to fight a regenerator and a thinger. We've actually gotten a pretty good amount of experience already. We might need to use the bridge. I don't know how difficult this adamantite's going to be. My guess is fairly difficult. And potentially unfairly difficult. Let's check what's here. Okay, so we have a pack there. It looks like it is 3 different packs that each have a boss. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate over and approach this from the other side. Do I have Featherfall now? No. But you know what gives me free Featherfall? The spell that I don't have this SP to cast. Not going to worry about it. Taking a little bit of falling damage is fine, probably. I'm going to see if I can walk by here without aggroing them. The answer is no. I could try using that. I'm actually going to pull back further because I don't think I have any of the bosses aggroed. So I'm going to clear these from outside of range. And then we're going to try to pull that first boss there. Oh, nice. We managed to pull another enemy. Let's see. So we're going to kill this thing. I'm not going to approach all the way to you if you're going to be standing. You know what? No. Okay. It ended up being fine. We're far enough away. That thing aggroed from so far away. I have no idea how it aggroed from that far. Let's see. We're going to pop in here. This is the... There's a... Oh my god, there's 4 bosses here? There are 4 boss goblins in this tiny canyon. One of which is thorns. Alright, this one... we are going to use the Arbiter for. We're going to just sit on top of the Arbiter's building to kill the Thorns enemy. Because it's Thorns. I'm not going to worry about, you know, oh no, it's cheesy or whatever with a Thorns enemy. It's just not worth the time and effort to do anything sophisticated. So, Thorns enemy, we're just going to toss ourselves on top of that roof. I don't know how well that roof is going to work, but I think that roof will work okay. We have the other... That's a trio of bosses. Wait, did we aggroed the entire trio? Question mark. How dare you? Okay, we've aggroed basically everything here. I'm just going to jump up on top of this building. I'd like to be able to pull the other bosses somewhere else. I can't cast jump. That was immediate. Let's go. Okay. We're still in a dangerous position. They can hit me from here. So, Stone Skin's coming back up. We're not going to kill the Thorns first, because that's going to be a huge pain in the ass. So we're going to try to kill the Adamantite first, I guess. I think that's the Thorn, right? Yeah. Thorns is trying to get me to hit it, and I'm going to try to avoid hitting it.
It is but a scratch.
You will not be.
What is it?
This is difficult. Okay. I'm going to try the Venomous. Okay. The Venomous is the easiest to kill and the highest DPS. This is the most dangerous one to leave in the first place, so this is actually probably a better plan. That is So fast, actually. Okay. That died so quickly. So the adamantite... Actually, you know what I can do? I can take a few pot shots at the thorns enemy, and then we can swap back to the adamantite while we're regenerating. The adamantite's going to take a while to kill because it has such a huge damage threshold, and my characters just don't have that high of DPS. The thorns is going to take a long time because I need to regenerate between hits, but it actually is very fast to kill in terms of it doesn't have that much HP. Our DPS is very strong right now. Okay. Which you can actually tell with the adamantite and the regenerator. Do I want to try to get into a pissing contest with this thing? Do I want to just pull downstairs for the last little bit of this? Nah, I'm lazy. So, we've pulled these to a position where they can't fight back. I didn't really want to do it with all of them. You know what? I will jump down for the last little bit of this. Never mind. Commodity's up to full. We should probably just jump down. Okay, we got another piece of chainmail. Got a crafting item. We've got some really good stuff coming. Oh! Who? Okay, not another boss. I should have probably paid attention to the fact that I was not in the green, but, I wasn't really looking. I mean, I was looking at my character portraits, so I should have been looking. Let's see, that was this one. This is speed, accuracy, and luck. This gives a little bit of might. Ooh! This is clutch. Right now, might is her, weak point. Oh, shit. Did I just save? Or did I forget to? You know what? I'm not going to undo that because, I deserve it. I deserve to suffer sometimes. So we're going to not make this swap, I think. Sleep and unconsciousness immunity is very good. Let's see.
This is perfect.
Oh my god. This is actually so good. This is such a good item. It's so sad that it's chain and I already have a legendary chain. That's so funny. Okay. So speaking of our legendary chain, I think we're going to use the Ascension Emerald immediately, and we're just going to keep upgrading this legendary up the tiers. So it's currently 31. It is now 43. That is 12 extra armor. Let's go. That's pretty big. I like it a lot. Okay, we're saving the game. And that's Ascension Emeralds, which by the end game I'm going to have too many Ascension Emeralds. So it's not a problem. Okay, so this is the regenerator. I think I'm going to just try to beat this to death because I feel bad about having, fully cheesed all of its friends. And we're going to see if I can just beat a regenerator to death because we do have to punch through all of the regen that it has. And I think we're probably boned here. I don't think we're going to be able to pull this out. But we might be able to. The people that are left are pretty high DPS and pretty high durability. So as long as Ulrin doesn't go down... Oh my god, we just took out the... And it gave us a two-handed axe. The fates will it. See, this is what happens when you fight the enemies in an honorable fashion. Instead of getting an awesome piece of chain armor that you don't need, you get a two-handed axe that you desperately need.
Powerful this is.
71 body damage. And we only have one character that we can equip this on right now, that it makes sense on anyway. Oh, can we not equip two-handers in the offhand yet? I think we can't equip two-handers in the offhand. Okay, that's fine. We need mastery for two-hander in the offhand. So is this actually an upgrade? It's a slight upgrade. It's a power upgrade. It gives me a little bit less armor class. It's more consistent damage. Yeah, I'll use it for now. I am happy to use that for now. Nice. All right. Once we get up to Master Axe, we'll be able to dual wield two-handers. So I had forgotten that you can have a two-hander in the main hand, but not the offhand. Whoa! Whoa! Let's see. Ooh, 610 crit. All right. Is that all of them? Or was there another? We killed the Venomous. We've killed so many bosses in this section. I'm gonna just dive here. I think there might be another boss, but no. This boss actually abandoned its pack at some point, so that's fine. I'm actually going to try to just brute force these. I don't think it's gonna work. Do a little bit of melee kiting, which doesn't help that much because they do have range attacks. And they actually spend enough time dicking around that it interferes with my DPS almost more than it interferes with their DPS. And there we go. So that's roughly predictable. So we're gonna try this again. We're gonna pull them a little bit more carefully than that. And how are we doing on EXP? We're about halfway to 24. So things are progressing pretty smoothly. Okay, we do have enemies aggroed. We're going to pull back a bit. I'm not going to pull back a ton because I don't think I need to. That's ton. Hello. We got a large shield. We got a flying Goblin Lord. It's dead. Have another flying Goblin Lord. And now there should be few enough left that I can afford to go forward quite a bit and not really worry about... Oh, was that the entire pack? Oh, that was the entire pack. So, oh, we have an ambush. Nice. I forgot this ambush existed. We'll just clear this ambush quick. I actually stuck around in part because I figured that the ambush was only going to have baseline goblins based on what hit me first, like one of the first things that I saw, and it is actually a full complement of various types. So golden. All right, I think we're all set. Did I check the chest already? I don't think I did. Okay, we cleared the ambush. We did not check this. That is a shit ton of spell points and body resistance. This is Arms Master skill. I like it.
Junk.
Identify monster.
Fit. It's worthless.
Spirit Lash.
We could sell it.
Arms Master Spear. Let's see. After just thinking about how rare Arms Master is, it's very funny to find it on so many items in such short notice, in such a short period of time. Let's see. Let's save it. And what are we going to do for the next bit? I think I want to probably... I didn't realize that Arms Master was one of the base enchants. I thought that it was a special enchant. If it's one of the base enchants, I think I probably want to.
Though you have been defeated, death is not your fate today.
I think that was terrain problem. I think that was falling damage. It's not 3 o'clock. It's not even 3 o'clock. It wouldn't matter anyway. I don't think I'm going to get weak at 3 o'clock, so. What was I saying? Right. So since it's not even a special enchant, it's the kind of thing that I can probably reroll for on a weapon reasonably easily. So my other characters are under-optimized in that regard because with the limitations on... Did I already use you? I already did. Okay. So we're going to go tag the other fire pit. We'll just rotate around the edges, I guess. I'm not going to rotate around the edges. I'm going to approach from Harmondale itself. And now might be the time to activate Wizard Eye, because this is going to be some pretty finagly bullshit to be able to aggro the goblins and have them approach me rather than having them approach the guards. And that's gonna be important. So I think I might use Wizard Eye for this portion. I think that makes sense. I think we're gonna do that. We're gonna use Wizard Eye so that we are getting that job done correctly. The other thing that's going to be nice is that we are very, very strong right now, and there's not going to be a lot of bosses in the other goblin packs because we just killed 4 bosses. There's not a lot of bosses left in this zone. There might be none. So, how funny would it be if the bosses are all guards? So our goal here is going to be, first of all, let's cast Wizard Eye. We don't have enough mana to cast Wizard Eye. It's 3 o'clock. At 5 o'clock, we can start doing stuff. We're not going to be able to do the hairball thing until after we complete the other thing, unfortunately. Are these going to approach me? Yes. So whatever I aggroed is approaching me right now. That's great. Who's attacking who? He's attacking Hairbrow. That's actually kind of funny.
I've never seen
I
one.
feel like Hairbow should not be hostile with the goblins. Actually. Do I Stone Skin Pedestal? I guess there's not really a ton of reason to. I guess there is, actually, because this just will save me the mana. So let's just go ahead and do this. Do I have another spell that I would want to have in place of it? Stone Skin is 37. I could get Shield, but I don't need Shield. I could get Fate. Increases creature. Let's just go for this. Okay, I think Hairbow is fine. I'm in the yellow, but I'm not... they're not actually approaching me. So, I think we're okay there. I don't think that anything weird happened. We will save under danger.
Junk.
Yeah, it's going to be a struggle to replace that in the immediate future. Do I want this over some vitality? Unclear. I'll turn this off in favor of Wizard Eye for right this moment. Alright, the only thing that we have on our radar right now is these. We're going to basically rotate north. The intention here is to avoid basically generating those guards as an aggroable creature. I think they can be aggroed on, but enemies that approach them won't start doing anything immediately because they won't. By the time they reach them, they will be out of the AI range. Basically, they'll just deactivate. I think we're probably far enough away from all of the guards on the map that we can pretty comfortably just pop over here. And I think... Oh, this swordsman's gonna die to the trap. I forgot that existed. Oh man, and that starts out doing its thing. There's no way that I can fix that. The only way I could save that guy... Okay, here's a question. Do I think it is fair and appropriate to go to Ravenshore to reset this in order to maintain the save all of the guards? Nah, I'm not going to kill my own guards. These guys are literally my soldiers. Do I... God, because of the fact that they're literally my soldiers, I do feel a very strong responsibility to try to keep them all alive. Ugh, even at a party like this, where I usually don't give a shit. Like, these characters are not going to care that much about, like, random people getting themselves killed in dumb ways, but this is literally my own soldiers. And Kamanatan's... God, Kamanatan's got a very strong sense of responsibility, too. I feel like I might need to just reset this using Ravenshore. So if we go to Ravenshore, we can clear out the first thing as well. I don't want to do that, though. I don't want to go to Ravenshore and reset the thing. I think... I think I'm going to actually just try to get out of here and... oh no. These goblins are getting killed by the fireballs. Oh no! There's so many dead to the fireballs! You know what? I'm not gonna worry about it for now. Because of the fact that so much has... I didn't realize that this was like the last person on the list to go down. I'm not going to worry about it. So apparently, if for a future run, when I come through here, I actually need to dive to this section immediately so that I can clear out the enemies around here. That's going to be important. So for this run, I'm just not going to worry about it. I'm not going to worry about the guard because I've already let the goblins die to it, which is fundamentally more important to the... Is this another fucking boss? Oh my god. Okay. Okay, the puller's down. Whew. Okay. There's another boss that was sitting right here. That's amazing. Alright. So, this is a prototype run, right? There are some things that are going to go wrong. There's some notes that I'm going to need to take for future runs if I decide to do a run like this in the future, or just if anybody wants to do a run like this in the future, right? I think that this is actually a very fun way to do it. I'm enjoying this this routing quite a lot. I think this is a very fun route to take through the game. So I think, do I want to? You got stuck on an obelisk. No, never mind. You just wandered off. Am I gonna, as a result of this, just not worry about? I think I might just not worry about the guards themselves. One of them has died. We're gonna basically not worry too much about them and just see with our current power level how difficult it is to keep them alive without like investing a huge amount of effort. So the ones in a future run, I think what I would probably do for this is I would start clearing this stuff immediately and basically clear my way to the guards. And while I'm doing that, because I don't think that I would be able to do it quickly enough. I mean, I might be able to. There would be some RNG involved in whether I was able to do it. It would depend on like how powerful my weapons are, because I have very powerful weapons right now. I'm in a very strong position offensively right now, and so it would depend on how strong an offensive position I was in. But if I was in a strong enough offensive position, I could probably just do it. Like, I think on this run, it might not actually be that hard. It might be reasonable to just kind of come through here and not need to like do an area transition to reset the guards back up to full HP. That might be reasonable. This is so funny how long it's taking for these to aggro. The ones back here aggroed first. Okay. Okay, these are now aggroing finally. Oh god. The aerial attacks are real. Okay, we're gonna try to take down the Lord first. We do run the risk now of getting all our burned down, but we're fine. Okay, so everybody's healed up. We are in very strong position to continue on. We'll keep saving under danger for now.
Let's leave it behind. We don't need this.
Sorry. Junk. Who needs it?
There's no room.
There's no
I
room.
can't carry anymore.
Also, it is morning, so I should head to the thing soon.
It's worthless. It won't fit.
There's a very strong secondary
We can
effect,
sell
but
it.
definitely not worth it to put that
We
on a
can sell
helmet,
it.
I don't think. Okay, so we can save it up. And I think when we start actually hitting this enemy, it's going to aggro the group in front of me, so I'm not going to move. And I stand corrected. The group in front of me is just oblivious. Let's see. Okay. So we're aggroing these. Let's see. Decent sized pack. Nothing too crazy.
Match for me.
I say as they all hit Speria. Obliterator. Alright. So, that's done. Do I want to clear my way back? I'm going to try to clear my way back to Harmondale just by walking this way. Okay, some of them have aggroed. I can't fight them right where I was because it would aggro, I think, pretty much all of those, and that's too many. I think there's like 15 enemies in those 3 packs.
We've got it.
Was it 3 packs or was it just 2 packs? I feel like it's 3 packs and one of the packs moved closer to the other. Alright, after this... Okay, never mind. I was going to say after these 3, but they didn't all come. Okay, I'm going to move forward a little bit. We're going to see. Yes, we were able to pull just the 1 pack, not both packs. We can't go any more further or we risk pulling the other pack as well. But from here, we can clear these. And did Commodity just hit for 300 damage? That's pretty good. That was like a 300 damage crit? Question mark? Okay. Commoditin is doing very good damage right now, which I guess makes sense with a level 20 staff. But still surprising. Okay.
Ow!
Alright. It's 10:30. I think we're doing pretty well so far. I'm just going to dive these two. I don't think that I need to worry too much about it.
For me.
Let's see here. But yeah, it is unfortunate that we lost. There's another boss? That is so amazing. I'm so happy. Okay, so we've seen that guard now. Oh god. Oh god. We aggroed way more here than I thought we did, so I'm probably boned unless I do something shady that I'm not going to do. I would need to like engage in actual fleeing, which I should have probably done. Played around with some of the hills and stuff. Probably would have been more interesting than just reloading and doing a sensible pull. We got a one-handed axe. That's useful for right now. Yeah, one thing of importance is that we're going to continue accumulating levels at a pretty fast pace here. We're going to end up being really, really high level pretty early in the game. So, for comparison's sake, I finished Regna, which is a pretty like late area in Might and Magic 8. I finished Regna at level 72. That's what level I was when I left Regna. So I'm currently level 20-something, which I believe is like on par with... I'm basically about on par now with where I was when I finished Garrett Gorge, I think. Something along those lines. So I'm going to just run past these for right now. And there's quite a few of them. I'm just going to pull them this way. And I don't know how feasible it's going to be because there are several Goblin Lords in this pack, but we're gonna try to just beat them down. We'll try to do this one next. I will be healing. I don't have very high healing throughput, but Sortira also doesn't have that high of damage, so... Okay. There we go. Okay, we're probably set. Boom. Nailed it. So, we are able to handle fairly difficult encounters with pretty much just brute force at this point. I'm going to stay right here and hope that we can aggro this entire pack toward us by hitting this. And that looks like a yes. So the whole pack is coming to us. We can just stand right here. Clear them both. Whoa, that's an almost 600 damage hit. Let's go. And we can now move on. So we have these enemies here. I'm wondering if I can aggro them by getting on top of this hill, and if they'll actually approach me rather than approaching the guards. I'm not going to try to protect all the guards, but I am generally going to try to not get them all killed. I'm going to try to protect them in some way, shape, or form. The goal is not to just get them all killed. The goal is to kind of test how hard I actually need to try to keep them alive. It's harder to keep them alive at lower level because things like the traps just do more damage relative to the enemies at or not the enemies in this case, relative to the things at this level. Weirdly, it might make sense for this character to start pumping enlightenment, because we're not going to need any of these past 4 for a very long time. We could pump Axe, but we can't get Mastery until we get our next promotion. We could pump Chain. We should pump Chain to 4. Even if we don't have the ability to upgrade this, we should still do it. So we're at 480, and that's 491. So that is... maybe like a 2% increase to the durability number there. I think that's fairly useful. So from there, Enlightenment 12 doesn't matter actually, because we can't get Mastery there either. So Identify Monster we can already get to Mastery, so it might make sense to actually pump that up. Bodybuilding we're going to be getting eventually. Arms Master is just useful to get regardless. I'm actually going to stop saving under Danger. I'm going to start saving under Test, because we've established that I'm not going to go hard on trying to keep those people alive. So, Mind Guild, I don't think we have anything there that we need right now. Body has regen. It has Hammer Hands. Hammer Hands is 10k. I think I'm just going to pick it up. It's not that expensive, and I think we might as well just pick it up. So Hammer Hands is going to be learned by somebody. I think it should be Sortira.
Can't wait to cast.
Can you get Master Ascension? No, you can't, or Enlightenment rather. And this is Expert right now. This is supposed to be... this is only supposed to get to Expert at 6, right? It didn't immediately hit Expert, but it did hit Expert at some point. So when I leveled it up initially to 5, when I leveled this person up to Enlightenment 5, it went to Expert at 5. I remember that because then I clicked on it again after it was already Expert. With her, it didn't immediately tag over to Expert. Let's see. I'm going to file a bug report on this. I can check. Do I have enlightenment on anybody else? You have enlightenment. I'm going to check if I can trigger enlightenment to trigger it for. I don't know what's causing it. If I save under dungeon and then load dungeon, it's not, it hasn't ticked up. Something is causing it to do it, and I don't know what. Oh wait, actually, do we have the ability to get it? You do. Weirdly, you can get master enlightenment right now, and that's actually really funny. Considering that sorry, I'm just filing a bug report here. I could try resting.
We need food.
I'm gonna go to the inn. I'm just gonna. I want to do a in-depth bug report for this of all the things that I have tried to make this tick up.
Come in. Enjoy your stay.
Okay, that did not do anything. So, anything else that I can think of to do? No, not really. Sorry about that. Enlightenment's supposed to be 6, but Enlightenment is not 6 for my Paladin. So there's a bug with Enlightenment that is causing it to tick up early. So it happened with the Paladin. Actually, since I do have 6 skill points now, I don't know how did I get 6 skill points? Oh, right, I did the contest. Since I have 6 skill points now, this is supposed to only be Expert at 6. We are going to tick this up to 6 right now because it's currently Expert. So we're going to just make this compatible with the way that it's supposed to be. Let's see here. So I'm not gonna worry about it. Everyone saw it. You all saw it. It's clearly there. It's clearly an issue that is in play, but I don't know where it is. My guess would be, so basically my assumption is that there's some sort of heartbeat check that's been set to either 5 or 4. My guess would be 4, which is why I wanted to test 4, but I can't get it to trigger. I don't know how it triggers. It triggered at some point on Sortira. Triggered on Ulrin instantly. Because I got Ulrin up to 6, but it actually went up at 5, I believe. I believe it hit Expert as soon as I clicked it to 5. You could check the VOD for that, but now that the same thing happened with Sortira, I'm pretty positive that it happened to Ulrin as well. So let's see here. We now have 62% mana to play with. We have Bless active. We're going to want to pick up Preservation if we can get it. This is 60% mana to put in play. We can get Remove Curse, which actually we might already have that. So many copies of Preservation. Ooh, there's Heroism. Picking up Heroism, we're picking up Preservation. Now, what spell is being cast by who? You have massively more Vitality. I think Ulrin is much more likely to go down first. So I think we are going to swap Preservation off of Ulrin. We're going to swap it on with Sortira. And that's requiring.
Can't wait.
So you need to deactivate Bless, activate Preservation. Now, if I were to, I have 172 max mana. If I activate Bless, I might still be fine, but probably not. No, we need, I think, 8. We need 8. So I need a little bit more SP to be able to maintain both of these buffs at the same time. Do I have any other buffs that I can maintain with you other than Bless? Or alternatively, do I have a way of boosting your SP even higher? Getting Ascension is not something that has worked out for me. Because... Oh, actually, no, it would have been 6 anyway, right? Is it 6 for you? No, it's 4. So, actually, I have enough mana available that I could cast a single heal with Bless active. So, very unfortunate decision-making. So, for you, you need to keep Stone Skin active. That's a given. You need to keep... It would be nice to have Haste. So Haste and Stone Skin is a pretty good combination. Oh, I can't do that. Why can't I do that? Because I have Wizard Eye active? Is that it? Yes. So I can do Haste and Stone Skin if I don't have Wizard Eye. We're going to go ahead and do that. We are going to not cast Bless because we can't have Bless active with the other things. The alternative that I could do is I could cast something else with you. And Is this a good setup? Haste and stone skin and preservation. Is haste more valuable for me right now than bless, actually? I'm actually not sure. Bless might be more valuable because I don't have that much stuff.
There's no room.
So,
We don't need
yeah, time to do some inventory management either way. We have quite a few items that we haven't identified yet. My guess is that this is not going to be useful.
Very weak.
Another piece of chain. So, who is going to be our seller right now? We're going to hold on to heroism.
There's no room left. It won't fit. There's no room left.
Heroism, we're just going to slap over here. This is a bad idea. I'm never going to find it. I'm just going to put it here for now. So, I think Komoniton is probably going to be the person that I'm going to want to sell with. So, let's go ahead and just open an empty inventory and start moving stuff over there. That's, I think, the best way to handle it for now. Does anyone have a does anyone have a list handy of all of the items that I need for what's her name? Because this time I'm just going to have the list handy and react according to the list. I'm not going to like just hold on to a bunch of stuff in my inventory. Yeah, the merge quest. This we can sell. We can sell all this stuff, I believe, pretty comfortably. And I'm fairly comfortable just selling this, honestly. We have a legendary chain. We don't need
There's no room.
to hang on to that. So let's go to an armor person first. And do we want to pick up higher tiers of merchant right now? I'm not even going to have access to Expert Dagger until I go to Iron Fist, which is going to be a while. I don't think there's an Expert Dagger here, so I don't think that any of the areas that I have access to are currently going to give me Expert Dagger. So with that being the case... So bolster level in Might Magic 6 is now 13. Very nice. The Might Magic 8 start gave us a shit ton of experience compared to the other ones. Like Might Magic 7 has not given us very much experience, strangely enough. We had a bunch of quests to turn in at the beginning, but which, gave us a decent bit. But Might and Magic 8 is definitely the place where we get a shit ton of free EXP right at the beginning. Okay.
Thanks a lot.
We do not need this. I don't think we need these boots. This is leather. I don't think we need... Oh, actually, we might want to hold on to this for Komoniton for later. Ha. No shot. No, we don't need that. Let's see. If that's still our best leather when we get Master Dodge in a billion years. Yeah, no. I don't think that's... Okay. We have a wisdom boost here. We should hold on to this because this is just one potion away from being a pure potion that we can just throw a catalyst into. Can toss that. Great, thanks, Astro Kitty. That will be a big help. I can look for it later if you can't find it right now. It's not a huge deal, but I'm planning on basically just selling everything that I don't actually need. So we will save this.
See anything you want?
Oh, right. Was I going to
Thanks a lot.
get you up to... I actually might just get merchant up to 7. Because 7 is the amount that I'm going to get it to, I think. Like, nobody else is going to have better merchant than my thief. So we're actually just going to get merchant up to 7. And it never needs to be edited from there. And that will give us...
I can't fit anymore.
the maximum value for right now. Money isn't going to be a major consideration of this run necessarily, but it actually might be. We won't have the really major financial costs associated with picking up like spells for quite a while. That is going to be something that only comes into play fairly late in the run in any meaningful capacity. So there's that going for me. Oh. This is identify item and identify monster. You don't need it. Do you have an identify item? You do, but it's not as good. So this is ID item and monster. This is ID monster and item. Let's go ahead and actually, you know what? Do I want to just give this to you? Just for the hell of it. Yeah, let's take off this int ring. We'll put this on. We can sell the int ring. It's not a big deal. And I don't think I really need this cloak. Actually, that's a pretty sizable upgrade for you, actually. This is sleep and unconsciousness immunity. I'm not going to unequip that for now. I don't really need it at this particular moment, but do I want to have this sitting on me right now? I think... see. Which skills are you looking for the mastery for? Because God, is it Ascension? Ascension, I think, is the only one that you need a mastery trainer for. And the mastery trainers for this are the mastery trainers for learning. Dragonist. Is it just where you would find the expert dragon trainer? Do the expert dragon trainers have fangs and scales instead of having dragon? Is dragon still a... Huh. Then I don't know then. Sorry. I would have assumed that it would be the same people that would give you the fangs and scales. Fangs and scales might also update automatically, and they might not. I don't know. But yeah, unfortunately I haven't played with dragons, so I don't know how they do it. Let's see. Okay, this we can sell. This we can sell. If it's at 7 and hasn't automatically boosted, I'd be very surprised if it's going to boost automatically. Ooh, this has a lot of spell points on it. Interesting. I'm going to hold on to this for right now. Let's see. Oh, right, we have the Arms Master helmet. Let's see, we have a jump spell. Int personality. And largely garbage, I think we can get rid of. Fire resistance, speed. I think this is probably not something we need. Berserk we definitely don't need. Let's see. Okay, you're done. You're done with armor for now. I'm mostly going for armor right now. I'm not actually focusing on the other things, but the little fiddly magician items are small enough that I'm happy to move those over pretty much immediately. Okay, so we have done that. That was actually an upgrade for you, but that's fine. I think I have some reason that I have the particular cloak that I have equipped. We're gonna go to the magician and sell all the fiddly bits that I have here,
Can I help you with anything?
including this. Okay.
Thanks.
I just realized that I probably have armor in this inventory that I haven't gotten rid of.
Can I help you with anything?
Yeah, my inventory is starting to look way more similar to the inventory on my other playthrough. We've gotten quite a bit of random bullshit. And okay, I think that's fine. We're going to hold on to Dispel Magic, even though we aren't going to be casting it.
Thanks. Come again.
Okay. Yeah, I look, I agree. If there's an actual trainer for the Fang and Scales skill, that should be in a wiki or something like that, or that should be easily available information. The issue is that they do change things very rapidly, and some of it is just not being super easy to track everything down.
Thanks a lot.
But yeah, I fully agree. I was thinking like, oh well, maybe there will be an easy solution to this, because I feel like most of this stuff is pretty. Can I cast Wizard? I can't cast Wizard Eye without losing another thing, so I guess we're losing not that. I guess we're losing Stone Skin. Oh wait, we could lose haste. Yeah, we'll lose haste. That's fine. Lose haste, get Stone Skin. We got our Stone Skin back. We're fine. Wait. Yes. So do we have the ability to cast something else? Yes, Enlightenment and Mana Shield auto unlock the skill once you have the appropriate thingamabobber. So this is an alchemy bow. That could hypothetically be useful in some contexts in the future, but I'm not going to worry about it. Do I have the alchemy skill yet? I need to pick up alchemy. I think the alchemist is going to be the thief. Can I do thieves have GM alchemy? I might not have access to GM alchemy on this party. If I don't have access to GM, that's going to be a little bit unfortunate, but such is life.
Need a new weapon?
Yeah. Well, you've requested, and now I will keep it active. The funny thing is that I said that in one of the previous VODs. I actually turned it on today because I was dealing with something that was dealing with the guard situation, and then I turned it off because the particular setup that I wanted to do was actually consuming all of my SP, so I didn't actually have space for it. So I've now swapped it to a more mana efficient setup so that I can tag Wizard Eye. It's probably better anyway. Haste is very good, but I'm low enough level and I'm not really getting into pissing contests that much that I'm probably better off. Let's see here. I think this choice between those two. Do I want to get rid of you? I'm going to hold on to this. Oh, wait. I don't even have the bow skill. Never mind. We're going to get rid of this immediately. Let's see. Man, imagine how cool it would be to, if you didn't have the bow skill, you could still equip a bow, and you could just stick it on your back, and you couldn't shoot it. That would be so good for me. That'd be so clutch. Just being able to equip the bow as a stat stick and not have to worry about shooting them. That would be very overpowered. Let's see here. Overpowered. We found justice in the guaranteed artifact tree in Might and Magic 8. So yeah, that was nice. Those kind of items are going to be a lot less important now that they've changed the way that this stuff works. Oh wait, I don't need Stone Skin active. Why am I casting Stone Skin? I don't need Stone Skin at all. Because Stone Skin I can get from this pedestal. So if I get the Stone Skin from the pedestal, I can then cast something else instead. I think I have too many buffs on Olrin to want to give myself Thinger. I think... God, I wish I had like just a tiny bit more mana to play with. You know, I can make that happen. I have some SP items. I think what I'm going to do now, actually, is now that we've gotten rid of a bunch of our bullshit, we're going to do a full inventory sort. I press the button. Is it not going to happen? Did I press the wrong button? I think I might be pressing the wrong button. It's G, it's not F. I'm a dope. Okay, so this means that our entire inventory can consolidate into just these two bags. How about that? Anything that I need to do about any of this stuff? I could probably sell this, but I think that we're in okay shape. So let's continue with what we were doing. We were going to just murder things, I think. Do I actually want to just dive and fully not care? Is that the life that I want to live right now? I don't even know. Alright, we should be able to train up once we have Thinger. I'd like to basically run toward these and get them to come to me. So these are coming to me. Oh, there's an...
I don't know.
Hopefully, when I hit you, the others will start approaching. That looks like a yes. So I can fight from up here. We can just pull this whole pack. And that's going to make those guards a lot safer. So I think this is going to work out fine. As long as I can actually fight these without dying, which is not a guarantee. Please die for me. Thank you. We are in deep shit. Why would you run off of my screen? How dare you? Okay. 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 We're recovering. We're recovering. We got through it. Okay. Oh boy. Oh man. Good times. Okay, so we've cleared through that. So these swordsmen are actually directly on par with the goblin lords, it looks like. Okay, we can save this under test. And we can move a little bit to the south. Oh, we've aggroed somebody. I like it. Can I pull them to me en masse? Because if I can get this whole pack to come to me, rather than approach the other guards, I think... It doesn't look like we're getting the whole pack. Just got a couple of them. The others are heading south, it looks like. Let's take a look at what the thing looks like right now. We have these two here. Are there guards over? You know what? There's no guards over here. There's just goblins. So we're going to rotate south. And the intention here is to get these to approach me and not the guards. Okay, we are now in the green. I think these are not that difficult to set up for success. That one is approaching that guard. So that one we're going to have to... I mean, it might not be. It might have just wandered there because I got into range for it to move, but it didn't actually aggro. And it just walked in that direction randomly. Yeah, that one is definitely approaching the guard. So we're going to ignore those. We're going to pop over here. And those are definitely approaching that guard. Can I get some of them to approach me? Or will these all just be approaching the guards? Because... the guards are so much closer. Okay, those two are going to approach me. We're going to make the attempt to keep these guards alive. It might not be the most enthusiastic attempt, but we will attempt to keep all of the ones that are still alive. I think I'm going to...
No match for me.
I'm gonna want to actually clear the southern enemies first. This pack of enemies here is completely like separate from everything else, but are kind of in the way, in the sense that if I try to deal with everything else, those will also come with them. So we're gonna deal with them before we try to finish the rest of this pack. It's 1:30. And we are eligible for level 24. We could train if we want. And that might actually be a great idea. Let's pull this pack. Once we pull this pack, I'm going to go train, I think. And we aggroed more of these than we should have. We might actually just lose this fight. Luckily, they do wander quite randomly, so some of them are going to get to me a lot faster than others. But unfortunately, the variance has kept them pretty close together this time. only one of them came in early. Okay, I'm gonna try to just burn all of the ones on this side first. Okay. Okay, that was fairly chill. Cleared that hurdle. This one is going to approach me. And once this one approaches me, we can just pound it down. We can... Are we in green? Yes, we are. We can save the game. What time is it? It is 2 o'clock almost. We are going to go train. When we train, that should... Oh, are they already spawned? Okay, we don't need to train them. I thought that we needed to train to spawn these, but these are actually already spawned. So, has it been long enough that we need to... Do we need to do something about this? Do we need to train for... I don't think so. I don't think we got weak last night. So we might get weak, but we do have Cure Weakness now. I'm just going to stand right here, and that's going to aggro 6, it looks like. These packs don't have like a lot of Goblin Lords in them. They're all mid-tier and low-tier goblins, so not that concerned about them. Okay. But we should be able to get some cool shit out of these. Okay, so that is... Ooh, we should not have moved after this one, because we've aggroed someone from a different pack entirely. So now we have a fairly large amount of enemies on us, which is not optimal. Actually want to be killing the Hobgoblins first.
No match for me.
Because the Hobgoblins also have the ability to knock me to death in a more likely fashion than the normal goblins. Okay, we got that Hobgoblin. Okay, there's another Hobgoblin here.
No match for me.
Okay. Wait, do we have Preservation up on Sortira now? You're the one casting Preservation, right? I actually don't have to worry as much then. So our survivability position is actually very strong if we have Sortira holding Preservation. I'm much less likely to just start getting randomly killed. I think this is all like low tiers, so as long as we just get this pack, we should be fine. And we actually have an extra oh, actually, I should head over there now, because that Goblin Summoner is actually getting beaten up by the trap right now, and I cannot allow the Goblin Summoner to die. So let's clear this quickly, and then we'll head over to the Summoner. Actually, there's actually quite a few left here. I'm gonna go. I think it wasn't taking that much damage, but we're gonna go over there anyway. The longer that we delay on killing that Summoner, the weaker that it is. So I'd prefer to actually go deal with it sooner rather than later. I completely forgot that there was a Goblin Summoner that was just taking trap damage, and I think I should be fine. I don't think it's dead already. I'd be very surprised if it was dead. If it is dead, then, mistakes were made, prototype run, etc., etc. But hopefully it's not dead. It would be really unfortunate, because we'd lose a lot of experience from losing the kill on that enemy. Let's see. We're going to run up to the north. And we'll just run out the front door, and we can pretty much just run straight to the Goblin Summoner, I think. There's also a guard that's near the Summoner that I don't think is going to be relevant. But it might end up getting killed by the trap. And if it gets killed by the trap, then that's just life, I guess. So... yeah, Hairbot was very bad at his job. Like, uniquely bad at his job. Okay, I should have saved. Because, okay, let's reload, actually. Ooh, this is so far away. It's fine. I went way too far south there, and I aggroed the other enemies. For some reason, I thought there was going to be a guard there. I think the guard that's over there is dead to the trap. And... on this run, I'm not going to fix that because of the fact that I would need to basically restart this whole section and then approach it in a different way, which I'm not going to do for the prototype run. It's not important enough to me to do that. Where is the... okay, the summoner's going this way this time. That's interesting. I'm going to reload. We're actually going to approach this from maybe up here? Yeah, no, it does look like it's heading south. That's interesting. Why is this one heading south? It was heading north toward me the last time. Right? Like last time, I think it approached me. It didn't go this way, I think. These guys might be completely boned. I don't see any way that I'm going to keep them alive through this. Like, we're going to do our best here, but all of these enemies are going to dive the guard. I guess I could try to... let's see how... yeah, this swordsman is also getting completely obliterated. I don't... Let me take a closer look at this circumstance as it starts. We have... this pack that starts out right on top of this swordsman. I could try... pulling them to me by doing this, maybe? But I don't think this is going to work for the goal that I have in mind. Yeah, I don't think this is going to do it. So we're going to need... because I believe that these enemies down here are going to approach there. And I think these are going to approach this swordsman. So we're going to reload this because we got them closer to that swordsman than they had to be. But I think the enemies that we just killed might be relevant. It's possible that the second swordsman is someone that we can actually save.
I don't know.
So they are close enough to that if I try to pull them, I will immediately trigger them to go onto that guy. This pack here is no longer in play. This guy is... there's no way that he's going to survive this, I don't think. So, unfortunately, I don't think this guy can be saved without some shenanigans. And the other guy's actually... no, he's not dead. So, the other guy... might be someone I can save. I'm not going to be able to save him this attempt, or probably this run at all. But I think that guy might be feasible to keep alive. Right, that is not the person who keeps preservation active. So we're actually still in fairly okay shape until things start to look a bit like this, at which point I go, uh-oh. Ruh-roh, Shaggy. Alright. The lieutenant hits pretty hard. We also don't have regen when Cortal is down. So the difficulty here is that if I dive, I'm triggering the enemies at the thing to spawn. I wonder if I could aggro this thing. Oh, that is attacking me. So I have this one on me. And we can just burn this summoner down. It summons 2 enemies. Not a huge deal. And I'm not going to worry about either of these guards right now. If I try to dive to save that guard, I'm just going to trigger a bunch more enemies that are going to kill all of us. So unfortunately, that guard is probably a lost cause for this run. There's probably... Oh my god! Okay, we need to not die. If we die, this is going to be very bad. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my god. Are you shitting me right now? How? That fucking RNG. You know, sometimes in life, you just have to let the guards die, right?
Nice.
So, this is a very important endgame item. We're going to hold on to this basically forever. Unless we know for a fact that we are doing something that is going to be like the most important thing we can do, we're just going to hold on to that and not worry about it. It's going to have basically no impact on the early game. That we picked that up. It's going to have basically no impact on the mid game. It's going to be just sitting in our inventory for a very, very long time. And then when it stops sitting on our inventory, things start getting kind of crazy. Alright, so we're going to go south. We're going to clear the southern thing here. Because I think there's going to be another group of enemies here. Though they might not exist anymore. They might already be dead. Honestly. Yeah, I think it's just these. Yeah. Well, it depends on what legendary bow we find. But that is a possibility. I might actually do if I just find a legendary bow. If I find a status effect immunity legendary bow, I am actually just going to I'm going to take that off of it and just slap it onto a ring. Almost certainly. We'll see. I am... There's no way I'm saving these people. This is there's just no shot. No, not with this pack. Why did I just dive? That was a bad idea. That was a very silly idea. I'm like, why am I diving right now? It's not like I can save them. Alright, we are actually going to go into the fort right now, I think. There are the 2 on the upper left that we can save. So we might not be able to use the fort here because we need to dive and protect these guys. And they are currently activated. I think these 2 I can save. I'm not positive, but I think I can save these 2. I can at the very least save one of them. Okay, that one's toast. You're still at pretty high HP. You are immediately at low HP because there's 3 Goblin Lords on you, so... I just killed that guy, didn't I? I think I just killed him. Are you hostile to me? I can't tell if you're hostile. Let me... I think I just killed him. Yeah, I killed him. His sword got in the path, so my cursor was over him. Actually, I don't need to do anything with this fort area. I think I'm going to approach from the north, maybe. Do I need to approach from the north? We're just going to dive. So we actually do need to deal with this problem first. This guy has 3 of the Goblin Lords on him. So I'm going to try to burn through.
I've never seen one before.
Okay, that one's toast. That one's toast. Wait, did we get the kill or did he? Did he just steal our kill? We might need to reload for that. I didn't see the message. If I didn't see the message, I probably didn't get the kill. That one's toast. Oh shit.
I've never seen one before.
Okay, so these 2 are very savable.
I've never seen one before.
I can basically just clear out the majority of the swarm and then dive what's left. This guy gets killed by the trap. I'm not going to worry about the one that I missed. There's so much experience that gets left on the table here just by virtue of the nature of the map. That it's going to be interesting trying to get every single enemy kill in future runs. We can basically see how workable it is. But basically, the goal is for every run to get more close to the platonic ideal of the type of run that we're doing, right? We want to use less cheese each time. We want to accomplish more of our objectives each time. As an example, for this type of run, we want to remove losses like the trap losses that we have here as much as possible over time. On a more normal level, we want to use less and less cheese over time. I say as I cheese these out by just walking into the fort because I'm a little bit lazy. So the hope here is that in future runs, I'll figure out how to save more of the guards with consistency, right? And in a perfect run, we would optimally save every single guard, and in addition to saving every single guard, we will also not have any of the goblins die to the traps at all. I don't know if that's really feasible. I don't know if we can get a run to the point where the whatchamacallits. I don't know if we can get a run set up to the point where we can actually clear out every single enemy and keep every ally alive in this area. But that is the ideal. That's the ideal for this area, is getting everything. But yeah, it's not going to happen this run. I don't have the patience to make it happen in an individual run. One thing that's kind of interesting is that, I actually don't... I'm really enjoying just running the